Okay, Siman Kuf Samach Hey Sif Dalid. Continuing in the sugya of chinuch, the dinam of chinuch. So davar shein bo yisr mitzad atzmai, something that's not usher from itself. Ela shayim gar, meaning something you could have something that's usher, let's say not kosher food or whatever it is. Then you could have things that the day is what causes it. Like what? Ein by, we'll see in a minute. Ein by mitzvah chinuch. There's no mitzvah of chinuch on that. It's mutter to give to a tinak to eat before kiddush. Even though he's chayiv to have kiddush, meaning you can have a tinak who's chayiv to have kiddush, but you're not mechuyev to tell him not to eat before kiddush. But you're not allowed to give him to eat outside the sukkah. See, it's two different things. Meaning you're mechuyev to make him have kiddush, and you're mechuyev to make him sit in the sukkah. But you're allowed to let him eat before kiddush, but you're not allowed to let him eat outside the sukkah. Why? The dafka be kiddush ukamay iser lav. Kiddush, it's like an iser lav. Sha'asur lechel kaidem kiddush. It's also to eat it before kiddush. Bezak Kyle, that's make lav. Lav or alasay asur tilay. Over on an asay, you can't let him be over on an asay. And if you take it at face value, this is very difficult to understand. What do you mean? What's worse, to be over on a lav or to not do an asay? But here, the eating before kiddush has nothing to do with the mitzvah per se, right? It's just you're not supposed to eat before you make kiddush. But in a sukkah, if you eat outside the sukkah, that's mamish. That is mamish that's an isser, right? I mean, it's mavital of a mitzvah saseh, but lamais it's doing something wrong. Hey, also litin latina kafilu hu pakas mitesh shanu sheyotzi. You're not allowed to give a tinuk to carry outside of an eruv, even if he's less than 9 years old, even if it's a tzara mitzvah. So no giving something to a kid to carry. Vav cotton shagonav eza davar. If a cotton steals something, imu be'en, if it's still around, let's say he steals a ball, you got to give it back. But if it's not be'en, he's potter from regular laws, meaning having nothing to do with Shemayim, even after he becomes bar mitzvah and he remembers that he stole, he's still over. Let's say Shemayim chayv l'shalom k'sheyagdil, but to be yotze b'dei Shemayim, he should pay it back when he goes up. L'cheinim asa shar averos b'katnusay. He does other averos when he's a katan kishu habar avana. Once he becomes understanding, Toshi of eza davar l'tshuva. It's better that he should be makabel on himself something l'tshuva. V'azeh nemar gam b'loy das nefesh loy toiv. It says even without das, it's still not good for the nefesh. So even though he did the avera when he didn't have das, but he should do tshuva on that. Zayin lo ya'ayim alatinek sheyikeu lachar zman. This is a very interesting halacha here. You should not, how do you say it? You should not intimidate that you're going to hit him later. Meaning, don't tell him, okay, I'm going to punish you later. Right now, just go, because it's going to be weighing on him. If you see him do something bad, hit him right away, or stay totally quiet. But don't tell him you're going to punish him later. All right, same thing. I'm assuming that's the same thing that by Bezdin, when Bezdin makes a psak to kill somebody, you take him right out and you don't let him sit around. There's a story with a tinak that ran out of chidu of Shiakeo, and the father scared him that he's going to hit him. He said the tinak went and committed suicide. I was saying Zal Yetzer. Now this is the part that fascinating thing here. Right, says that the Yetzer, that the Yetzer hara, that tinak v'isha, child and a woman, taste small doicha v'yamin mekareves. You have to push them away with the left hand, which is the weaker hand, and the yamin, the right hand, should be mekarev to bring them close. Right. So basically what you do is you have to know how to deal with children and women and the Sahara, right? But I mean, you see here that the Kitzur is comparing women to children. I mean, the same way the way I understand it is that you can't be too hard on your wife. On the other hand, you can't let them get away with things either, right? So you have to sort of that balancing act is there for your wife and for your child, right? I mean, it's hard to know when a child is. You can see these kids coming crying around camp. You have no idea there's something really wrong, or they're just upset. Da, 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 right? Same thing with the wife. I think this is the pshat. You don't know if it's something that's what they call irrational, and they still need the chizik, or do you have to be told like what what you're doing now is not. It's going to be okay, etc. etc. Lo yasa mayra latinak b'davar tameh. And you should not scare a tinuk with a davar tummy, meaning saying, dog's going to come bite you or something like that. Kamashon is bar, like we explained before. Ches, Medina mutter latinik me'ikar adin, it's mutter for a baby to be nursed from a guy. Kamakam Yisraelis, if it's possible with the yid, lo yenichu le'enek me'akum, don't allow the akum, ashum de metamtem es halev, because it will be metamtem in the lave, because the guy eats tray for foods and that makes its way into the milk. Umaylin mezeg ra, and it creates a bad vibe. V'chein menekas Yisraelis, a nursing woman who's Jewish, shetzricha lecha me'achale isil l'refuah, for whatever reason she needs to eat something that's treif. If it's possible during the days that she knows she's taking treif, then she should not nurse it. The chayr, this does not apply to pills nowadays, which is not, even if they have treif in them, because it doesn't taste good. I mean, ikra din, it's mutter to have it. So if it's maker din, it's mutter to have it, then l'chayr, there's no timtum alev. Right? Test. Kol av mechuyev l'lamed es b'nai Torah. Every father is mechuyev to his son. Limadtem oisam es b'neichem l'daber bon. Ukashem l'lamed es b'nai kach mitzvah l'lamed es ben b'nai. You also have to teach a grandchild. Shenem avodatam l'vanecha l'vanecha. You have to let it be known to your kids and to your grandkids. Notice it doesn't say anything here about teaching your daughters. Yud. Right when the child learns how to talk, Yilamdo HaPasuk, teaching the Pasuk Torah Tzivalonu Moshe, V'chein Pasuk Shema Yisrael, Ragizor Ma'oiche, Tinuk Noki B'shashe Hu Laim Yirosai. You just have to make sure the tinuk is clean, like it doesn't have a dirty diaper or something like that. V'chein V'lamdo Ma'at Ma'at, Eza Psuk, and you teach him slowly, psukim, little psukim, some psukim, until he gets the physical strength to go to school. And then you should rent him a tutor. And he should have Yerushalayim, should inculcate, as they say, in the child. Because once the child learns how to read, she Parshas HaKarbanos, the minig is to start with Parshas Vayikra, which talks about Karbanos. Damar Rav Seinu Zal, Yevo Tahirim, let the Tar people, the Hanutina, Ramon, with Tahirim, and they should be Isaac with Tahirim. Yud Aleph Hamalamed Tzarech Leishi V'Lamed Satinoikas Kol Hayom. A Malamed has to sit and teach the Tinoikas the entire day, Uksasman Alayla, and some of the night. Because they have to learn that there has to be learning during the day and at night. And you should not be mevatel the tinoikas at all. Meaning you're not allowed to let them out of school. Right? When does school let out? Puts me Erev Shabbos, Erev Yom Tov, B'Soif Hayom. Erev Shabbos, Erev Yom Tov, at the end of the day. Right? And we're not mevatel kids from learning, even to build a Beis Hamikdash. So you see that it's very grave that you have to have learning every day. I have no idea where historically we changed, where the kids have off 10 weeks in the summer, right? And no school on Friday. Well, they have some school on Friday, but half a day on Sundays. I don't know what that is, but it is what it is. All right, we'll stop over there. Have a fine night.